The myth that humans can create large, artificial earthquakes on a regional scale using technology such as the High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program HAARP is a popular one, but it is not supported by scientific evidence. This myth is based on a misunderstanding of the capabilities and limitations of HAARP technology and the underlying geological processes that cause earthquakes. HAARP was a research program funded by the US military and conducted by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency (DARPA) from 1990 to 1995. The purpose of the HAARP program was to study the ionosphere and its potential to enhance communications and surveillance capabilities using high-frequency HF radar. The project involved using a large high-power ionospheric heater located in Gakona, Alaska, to heat the ionosphere and study its effects. HAARP was decommissioned in the late 1990s, and the facility was later taken over by the University of Alaska Fairbanks for continued research into the ionosphere. While human activities can trigger small earthquakes, known as induced seismicity or human-induced earthquakes, it is not possible for humans to create large, damaging earthquakes on a regional scale. Earthquakes of this magnitude are caused by the release of built-up stress in the Earth's crust along fault lines, and this process is beyond human control. Induced earthquakes can be caused by a variety of human activities, including the injection of wastewater into deep wells, the pumping of fluid into and out of underground reservoirs, and the extraction of oil and gas. In some cases, the vibrations produced by heavy traffic or construction can also trigger small earthquakes. However, these earthquakes are typically much smaller and less damaging than naturally occurring earthquakes. It is important to separate fact from myth when discussing topics such as earthquakes and their causes. The myth of human-created earthquakes on a regional scale is not supported by scientific evidence, and HAARP technology was not designed or capable of generating earthquakes. Instead, HAARP was a research program aimed at studying the ionosphere and its potential for enhancing communications and surveillance capabilities. In conclusion, the myth of human-created earthquakes on a regional scale is a popular one, but it is not supported by scientific evidence. HAARP technology was a research program aimed at studying the ionosphere, and it did not have the capability to generate earthquakes. While human activities can trigger small earthquakes, it is not possible for humans to create large, damaging earthquakes on a regional scale. So always be mindful of the information you consume and the sources from which it comes. Don't believe everything you hear or read, especially when it comes to science and technology. Do your own research, consult reliable sources, and think critically about the information you encounter. Remember, there are always people who will spread myths and fake news just to get attention and views on their content. Don't be a victim of sensationalism and misinformation. Instead, strive to be an informed and educated individual who seeks the truth and separates fact from fiction. If you enjoyed this content and are interested in learning more about separating fact from fiction, subscribing to my channel is a great way to stay informed and up to date on the latest myths and facts. Thank you for your support, and I look forward to providing you with even more valuable and enlightening content in the future.